the hell is this? Man, there's a lot of talk of that. Okay. Well, I am scrambling this morning. I went to bed early though. I feel good. And it's only noon. Almost. So let me just do these pop outs. Went to the supermarket, bought what I needed to make the dinner tonight. The dinner. I saw somebody that he didn't remember me. It's like, who the hell is this guy? But I was in Price Chopper a year or two ago, and we were talking. I says, yeah, I'm working out. That was before I started working out myself and dieting. He definitely looks like he's working out. I said, well, you don't remember me, but I lost 63 pounds. I've been working out too. I've been bike riding. Then he says, you don't bike riding this way. I said, now I told him the whole thing about the Quest 3 and gave him the card to maybe come and check out the stream at some point. Augustine. All right. I don't forget people like that. I'm good at names sometimes, but basically I remember people. Okay, we're live on all the platforms. We got everything up. So anyway, whoever said the Quest 3 is garbage is an idiot. Because I set it up on the phone. I set it up, my account, tied it to the phone, Horizons, and I barely messed with it. But I tied in the YouTube on the headset. So I can go to my YouTube channel, and with the controller and do the 360s. I did a Hawaii bike ride 360 for like 30 seconds yesterday because it had to be charged and I was working, so I couldn't really mess with it. I was freaking out. Because you have to set the settings. You have to like sit in a position. You have to set it up so that everything is coordinated right in front of you, the way it looks. I put the Hawaii thing on, and I'm looking on the side like if I was there and moving on the bike. I even looked down at the handlebars, and you could see the person's hands on the handlebars. I'm like, oh my God, this feels like if I was riding the bike myself. It was incredible. So, the next step in this, which is going to happen, I'm waiting for the cable to come today, is I'll be able to stream this. I will be able to stream this. I'm just making sure it doesn't show my information. I'm not logged in. I'll be able to stream the VR on all the platforms with that. The Meta Horizons desktop application. Now, the problem is, before I finish the setup, that's funny, Genghis. I am going to hardwire it in because they say hardwiring is better than Wi-Fiing it in. So I'm waiting for a cable that goes from the headset right to my computer. And it's a 16-footer, just in case I'm on the bike. So that's coming today. Then I'll be able to tie it in and cast live streams using the Quest 3 here. That is the plan. There's other people that do it. So this is going to be, yes, I can live stream. I looked up videos. I did a little research when I had the time. You have to cast it. It's going to be tied to that app. That's the desktop. You're going to see what I see. Now, I got to finish the setup. I can't do nothing until the cable comes because you have to set up the headset with the PC. It's going to be directly connected to the PC. What's up, 91? So, in theory, it should work. And you know me, I'll figure it out. And I looked up Streamlabs, and they say you can. But it has to be like a share screen. A friend of mine got the Stream VR for his kid, and had me try to take a virtual tour of the Hobbit town. I was tripping and falling. Yes, that's one thing you got to be careful. For something like that, years ago, I got to call Tom Reed. He had it here in the house. It was an older one, though. It wasn't the Quest 3. It might have been the Quest 2. But he put me on top of a skyscraper with the girders, like it was still under construction, and I'm standing on it. And I'm afraid of heights, kind of. Not completely, but I'm a little weary on certain things with heights. Not the bridge that I ride the bike on, but there are some things. Like if I'm standing on top of a thing like that, looking down, oh, I'm afraid of that height. If I was walking over like a rope bridge over a canyon, oh, I'm going to be afraid of that. But is it the height or is it just the fear of being where I am? I don't know. Besides that. So while I'm on this girder, standing, there's a space monster attacking me. It's attacking me, like trying to push me off. He says, Bill, just realize you are in your room. You could hold on to the table. I said, hold on. What do I need to hold on? I know where I'm at. Bill, hold on. And he was right. After I played it, I was sick in the chair for an hour. Sick, like physically ill from that experience. So you have to be really careful on the things you do, the things you choose. Like it comes with the Batman Arkham game. They say it's excellent. But somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody said that they're garbage. Oh, they're not garbage. They are not garbage. The sound even sounds good. Now, I bought an accessory for it. You know I'm gonna. What's all these messages? What's going on? Oh, I gotta give a friend the link. He's in Texas. Stefan. Anyway. What is this? Okay, nothing important. It just doesn't stop. So, I haven't gotten on the bike yet. I only checked it out for 30 seconds. Let me get rid of. The bad thing that happened is when I downloaded this app, it changed my sound settings. I was stuck on stupid last night when I was going live with the shows. It changed my audio settings. It changed my computer settings. It changed the StreamYard settings. It changed these settings. Like right now I'm a little low because I have the mic on low because I have the headphones on loud. Otherwise we get that feedback. But I could tell my sound setting is low right now. My mic is coming in low. I could see it. So I had to disable it. The sound coming through the meta. It changed my settings. I was flipping out. I was like, what the heck is going on? Hold on. Let me go to sound. I know it's low. I can tell by looking at it. The microphone level. Because I had to change all the settings. Oh, it's up to 100. Why does it look so low? That's weird. Let me check the other level. What you hear? Why is that on? Recording. That should not be on. I'm not going to mess with it because it's working. Oh, this is low. It changed the setting on this. How about that? It changed everything. That Meta app changed everything on my computer. You don't even understand how many applications I have on this computer for sound settings, playback, recording. It would drive any normal person to the brink of insanity. Because it's like all that is under recording. All that is under microphone options for me. All that. All of that. That's how many inputs and stuff I have, or I have had connected to this computer. Now you can see the microphone. It's not a show off. I'm just telling you what Meta did to my computer. Like the speakers. This is the audio card down here. That's on. So if I play a song, you'll see it pipe through there. I'm using the internal, the one I put in, the audio card. We could just play anything for a second. What? What the hell is that? Becoming Led Zeppelin. This is the weirdest thing. I can't even see a song. I can't stand him. I really can't. I am not a Lars fan at all. I'm like, I can't even find a song. How does that happen? I'll put UAP Crossfire from last night.
UAP,
See it?
unidentified anomalous phenomenon.
See it on the screen?
Are they extraterrestrial?
But there's a lot of different playback speaker devices, 4 monitors. So what happened was when Meta, the Meta app, screwed me up, and I had to scramble to figure out what the hell is going on. Because when I installed the Meta app, look at the Google Earth VR. Best Saber is a nice VR game. But this screwed up my whole computer system. Installing this app on the desktop. I was freaking out. I was like, what? I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't say anything. I have no idea, Red Star. I haven't been paying attention. I was working all night. Then I went to bed early. I have no idea. If they were called into the situation room, both of them called back, something's up. I don't know. You're telling me stuff I'm not aware of, and I can't comment on something I am not familiar with. That would be naive and stupid. But if they were called back, both of them to the White House, that means probably to the situation room that there's a crisis. I don't know. I'm just hearing this from your comment in chat. So I can't speculate. I can't. So who knows? But all I know is there was an article yesterday that I showed that New York City subways have the most presence of National Guard since 9/11. Why? What's up with that? Why is it higher now? We've had holidays, seasons. It's common. I mean, I've been on the subway system when I go down to the city, and you see the armed NYPD armed to the teeth. But they're saying the National Guard presence on the New York City subway. So I don't know what's going on. Don't. And like the guy said on the show last night, a lot of people out there, they feel something is going to happen, or they think. I don't like using the word feel because that's emotional. A lot of people think that something could happen up to the inauguration, or, during or shortly thereafter he's in office. There are a lot of people putting that sentiment out there. A lot. I'm hearing that from a lot of people. So there's a lot of concern, obviously, that something is amiss and they're just not letting us know. How many things happen every day that they don't tell us about? And this is where people don't give credit to the FBI and all these other agencies that are dealing with potential credible risk, but the public is not aware of it. On that flip side, people who really want to criticize deep state, the feds are doing this or that, but they're also protecting us, and they're doing their jobs, and people need to be aware of that too. I mean, to be fair about it, what would we be? What would we do without them, or law enforcement and everything else? Forget about it. So you have to look at things in an objective, balanced way, not a one extreme personal view, opinion based on politics, especially, because that's how it's driven, by politics. But I look at things in the middle. I look at things objectively. And yes, I question everything. But at the same time, I'm not jumping off a cliff saying it's this or that. It's the left, it's the right. I need information. I need to do my research. I need true data, not hypotheticals, not conspiracy. It's okay to have an opinion and to speculate, like I just did. There's a lot of speculation out there about a variety of different things that could be going on right now. But to say it's one thing definitively and say it's the Russians, it's the Iranians, it's the Chinese, to me that's stupid and it's foolish. Show us the evidence before you open your mouth and say something like that. Because there's a lot of people out there that are going to take your word for it and run with it. Not that I heard from high sources that this is happening from people that... Then tell us. If you know, and you know that they're not telling us, then why don't you tell us? Instead of saying something like that. It's irresponsible. So that's the way I look at things. If you're going to open your mouth, and I'm talking about a person that is a representative in government, not us. Just citizens can, that's our right, our individual freedoms, our amendment protections under the Constitution to express ourselves, our opinions. Whether people agree or disagree, that's on them. But we all have that voice. And it's important to put your voice out there. But at the same time, you do that with responsibility. Because what you say, there are other people out there that will run with it. And to me, that's irresponsible. I'm a person that likes to depend on, I want to see data. I want to see evidence. I want to see, even, Mom, I'm live right now.
Okay, I'll
Even,
for a second.
even, like the other day, somebody mentioned about the drone in Brooklyn. I don't know if it was you, Red Star. Might have been. That image on Twitter, X. Everybody's more familiar now with the X term now, so let's just say X. Of that drone that the police officers were holding, and it was huge. And it was a drone that an energy company is developing and has developed. They actually developed that a few years ago for ammonia-based fuel. The thing was, when I looked at the actual video of that drone, it's missing the whole component on the top that attaches to it. It's just the shell of it, the skeletal remains of the drone. It's missing all the major components on it. So the research is important. Like the guy here, he was talking, he made another statement yesterday. And I can play it, and I should. From my county. They did do a test Wednesday night. They sent out teams, drone specialist teams, They deployed them. Because, like I said, they probably installed, and it can be put on a police vehicle, it could be mobile, the Robin radar system. And I think they did a test to see if people report or see a drone, they can rapid response and put it out there to see exactly what's going on. And I'm actually going to play that. Because, see, this is coming from someone who's on the ground, boots on the ground, and has actually done a test and is telling you what's going on. Not some other BS stuff that's out there. It's good that when you hear it from the source saying it, that this is what we've done, law enforcement, this is what we're doing. To me, that's responsible. And I respect him, and I will vote for him over and over again. And he's a Republican here in Orange County, New York. His name is Steve Newhouse. He's our Orange County exec. So, and that's what I mean. I am an independent. I will vote for a Republican. I will vote for an independent. I will vote for a Democrat. Like the one that I voted for here. Now, Pat Ryan, our representative, who he won again. This is a Republican district I live in. He won with flying a lot. Why? Because Republicans and Democrats and independents know that he does a great job. He's a West Point graduate, served in the military. This guy is awesome, and he's done a lot of great things for our community. Doesn't matter he's a Democrat. Doesn't matter if he was a Republican. Doesn't matter if he's an independent. It's how he does his job and what he's doing for the community and his constituents without playing the political gamesmanship. He's actually doing the right thing for our community. That's what it means. Real action speaks louder than this. That's a perfect example. We don't play that here. Not in this county, at least, Orange County. And this is 80, 90 miles north of New York City. So I'm going to play his clip. I'm actually going to show him, too, on camera. This is our guy. This is the Republican county.
Hello, Orange County. It's your county exec, Steve Newhouse, today.
And this is yesterday. And he goes over, I love what he does because he goes over all the county news that's going on here. I love that. I love that he's giving us updates about what's going on in the county. See, to me, that's what matters. What's going on in our communities? What are they doing for us? What's going on? What's up, Abe? I'm live streaming. What's going on?
Sorry, yeah, I left the text on. She called. I called back. No answer. I was busy with my pop. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
call her later.
Yeah, I'll call. I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
All right.
Like what they're doing for our infrastructure, what they're doing for jobs. Like right now, wintertime, snow removal. Even, like I said, the infrastructure part, they take care of our roads. How is the crime? The school systems. The things that affect your community directly. People need to become more engaged like I am, because I contact these people. I may have a letter over there. I'm not going to show it to you, but I speak to my representatives. People need to become more engaged within their communities. You might not think it helps. It does. Be proactive. Be a part of the community. Voice your opinion respectfully. You're not going to leave a message and tell them you are a piece of this or that or that. That's just stupid. And it's also going to put you on a certain radar. That's just stupidity. People that do that are just idiots. I don't know what their IQ levels are, but why would you call somebody to leave them a derogatory, if not threatening message on their machine? Are you out of your mind? I mean, really? Let me see if that letter's here. It might be. Let me see. Alexa, turn on living room light.
Okay.
Alexa, brighten living room light.
Okay.
Okay, that's not that one. I know I have one. This is just an example, if I could find it. I thought I had it here. Maybe not. Who the hell knows where it is? But I had a letter from the Attorney General. But who the hell knows where I put it? I have a letter from the Attorney General. It just came back. But who knows where I put it? But that's an example. I communicate with my local representatives. I don't have a problem doing that. I also have a great communication with the town of police. The town of police. The town police. Town of police. I get very passionate about this. Because I think it's very important. I mean, I can call and speak to my lieutenant friend right now. If I have a question or concern, I don't deal with the dispatchers, 911. I call the lieutenant, second in command. And now he may not pick up, but I will get in contact with him. Happy holidays to you, Lorraine. Lorraine, you're always welcome to come here. You should come when Petita and Woody are here. We'll get a whole gathering. Whenever you feel like you're going to get from up north and come down, let me know. We have a room here for you. I've always told you that. Amanda's been here. You know how many people have been at my house and stayed over. You'll have a great time. And you'll be Queen Alice while you're here. That's how I do. That's how we do. Trust me. You'll have a great time. I'll take you to the city if you want to go to the city, which Woody and Petita, when they come, we're going to Rockefeller Center. We're going to the tree. We're going to take that trip to the city. But then I could take it to the Pine Bush UFO Museum on a VIP tour. Matter of fact, I need to call Lance. I'm going to call him about Woody and Petita. Oh, they've been, I don't know if, let me call her. I don't know if they ever got a tour of it. Woody's at work. Petita's home. Before I call Lance and find out, I want to give them a private VIP tour. Because Lance and I've been helping him for years now. With the museum. Then I'm going to show you what the guy said about the drones. Hi there.
Hello.
I'm live. I was thinking of you because I was talking about Alice. I'm not going to say her name, but she's our friend from Canada, to come and hang out, at some point. Mm-hmm. Now, you when are you guys coming? Are you coming New Year's Eve when he's off of work?
Yes, he should work till maybe about 3.
So you'll be here by like 9.
About 8.
Okay.
8 or 9, yeah.
All right. So then we're going to go to the city like the couple days afterwards.
Yeah, that's fine. Whenever it's convenient for you.
All right, because I'm going to take off. Well, it's best we go like on a Thursday because the weekend in the city is sick. Mm-hmm. Thursday is an off day, and it's after the holidays, so they still have the tree up and everything, so that'd be a good time to go to the city.
Okay, that's fine with us.
There was something else I was going to ask you about that. Oh, it was both of those things when you come in and we'll go to the city. All right, so I shall see you when you guys get here.
All right.
Call me if
Merry
anything.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, talk to you later.
See you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So, you want to go to Chinatown? Now, the city is it's split up, because I'm from New York City, not Manhattan, but the Bronx. You have Chinatown, you have Little Italy, you have all these areas down like downtown. So you would have to travel like from the east side to the west side. Most of it's lower Manhattan. Most of it is on the lower part of the borough. But we'll go. Oh my God, that wasn't the reason I was calling her. Freak. It was about the museum. The coffee's got me amped up.
Hello?
The main question that I forgot was the reason. Have you ever taken the tour of the UFO museum in Pine Bush?
We did that one time, like when we first went up there in year 21. But we haven't been in there since.
Do you want to go when you come?
I don't care.
Because I'll call Lance and make it so.
Okay, perfect.
All right, that was the question I was going to ask you.
Okay, it sounds good.
All right, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was the main question. Now, I'm just going to call him. I can't imagine. I may have to mute this. He does not like. That's if he picks up. He's in charge of Pine Bush UFO Fair, the museum, everything. Merry Christmas.
Oh, boy.
No. Everything's good. You just got to let me know. I'm not calling you about that. You just got to let me know. We'll talk after the holidays. Like, because I don't know exactly what you're doing now. I know you won Dolan, and Dolan said probably yes. You have to contact him yourself. I'm sure I can get the others that we mentioned as separate standalones. We'll talk about that. But you're still doing the tours, of course, for the museum, right?
Yeah.
All right, probably January 2nd or 3rd. I've got friends coming up, and I'm going to come over, and this way we could do a tour of the museum.
Okay, well, yeah, let's make it the 3rd. The 3rd's a Friday.
Yes.
Did you want the full guided thing, or just you?
It's for them, yes, the full guided thing for them.
Okay, all right. So,
There'll be 3 of us.
all right.
This way they can enjoy it, and experience it, all that.
Well, wait, are these just friends of yours, or are these people from MUFON or some shit?
No, these are my close friends coming from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know if there's,
No, they are like my dear.
politics involved.
No, these are my dear friends, and I want them to have that experience at the museum.
Okay, very cool.
All right, call me. We'll talk. We'll talk more about the business side of it after the new year.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about Dolan yesterday, and I'm like, I'm not going to call him around the holiday.
No, wait. He's got a lot going on writing his new book, and he's dealing with some personal stuff. So call him after the new year as well.
Okay. All right.
Call me
Yeah,
call me otherwise. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And call me if anything.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll definitely get you all set up for January.
Yeah, they'll love it, and they're great people. So,
All
all right, dude.
right.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. You have a great holiday too.
All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you in a bit.
Bye. That's it. They're set. It's as simple as that. Do I have unsolved travel challenges? Perhaps one day we can have a chat and see if they can be ironed out. I will pick you up. And I know you have travel challenges. Because I don't know what airport you would have to, we're not getting into your personal location business. I don't know if you have to drive to Montreal to take a flight to here. And that is a pain in the you-know-what, because I know where you are, and I know what that kind of a trip is for you to travel to, even just to Montreal. But we'll figure this out. We'll figure it out. Or maybe you can meet Amanda and then you both come here. That would be pretty sick in a cool way. Because Amanda wants to come, she'll come back. She had a great time here. So maybe you go meet Amanda. I don't know what kind of, there's a ferry that, maybe that's an option. Oh, wow. You can't fly. That's a hell of a trip. If you were to stop at Montreal driving, it takes about 5 hours from Montreal to get here. Drive. I don't know what, and I know it's hours from your location to Montreal. So you would have to stay overnight in Montreal, rest up, and take the final leg of the trip here. Because I'm straight down from Montreal. Straight. It's 87 throughway. Montreal is right over the border. You come straight down, I'm 5 minutes from the highway. That's how easy it is. But it's a hell of a drive. Chris, what's going on with Chris? I don't know what this is. It's a retransfer. I don't know what's going on. I don't have time for that right now. Okay. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it privately. What the heck is that, Red Star? What is that? Oh my gosh. What do you mean they're on strike? Amazon. Now you got me checking my delivery. My delivery's out for delivery right now on an Amazon truck. It'll be here today. It's out for delivery. But I left late. So I probably won't get it till tonight. But going back to what we were talking about, the drones. This is, and let me take the caps off. I can't stand that. All right, so this is what my county exec said last night, or yesterday. And this is like, this is about the Orange County in whole, but at the beginning he talks about the drones. But this is also to address other Orange County concerns, you know. He does this. It's great. I love it that he does this. So this is Steve Newhouse.
Orange County, it's your county exec, Steve Newhouse. Today is the 19th of December, Thursday. We were rocking and rolling to Christmas in just a few days from now. Exciting couple days. First off, we did our drone thing on Tuesday night. And we had 8 different drone teams out there with local law enforcement, state, and county, along with drone teams with them. It was a little bit of a slow night, but the weather wasn't the best. But I expect to still be dealing with this phenomenon. So the good thing about it was a good practice for us. Now we know how to quickly deploy people and teams out there. We asked for your cooperation and you gave it to us. There wasn't a lot of personal drones out there. One of the reasons why we don't want them out there is not only because it interferes with everything, but you might lose that drone. So
you heard what he said? You might lose that drone. Later, Alice, stay in touch. Communicate with me via Skype. We'll talk privately. And you have a great holiday. But see what he says? You might lose that drone. So what I think is they've implemented the Robin radar system. And he told everybody, to ground them on Tuesday night. And I mentioned this on a prior stream.
I'm just leaving it out there as that. I think that
Look what he says again.
We don't want them out there is not only because it interferes with everything, but you might lose that drone. So I'm just leaving it out there as that. I think that it's just, anyway, as we try to get to the bottom of this, the fact that everybody's working together, at least locally on this, it's going to make it a lot easier. So I'll move on from that.
Now he's going to talk about our local stuff in the county. But this is what he does. He gives updates. I love it. I love it. I love that he does this. So the fast deployment makes sense as far as this, because it's mobile. And it makes sense. And they said they were going to deploy them in New York State. It's this. The Robin radar system. And this is what's been implemented. And these are rapid response teams that can be put out, deploy and redeploy fast. And they can be put on a vehicle, a law enforcement vehicle. This is what they've been putting throughout the state now. What you're seeing on the screen. How do we know? Because you can look it up. New York State deploy. And this is what I mean about doing research and getting facts instead of conspiracy. And, you know, it's okay to have all kinds of theories and opinions, but I like more to deal with this. So we can look at a news. Like this is the New York Post. And this is talking about the drones. And they're going to deploy these Robin radar systems. Which it should say in this article. The need for the Robin. The initial need for the Robin. So, I mean, there's other articles. This one's not really getting too much into it, but they are deploying. And there it is. It was on the bottom. See? To be tackled by high-tech detection system. Here's how the Robin radar system works. New York and New Jersey is getting them. New York State to get state-of-the-art drone detection systems amid all these sightings. So there you go. So I'm sure the test that he was talking about, putting out these deployment teams, fast, rapid response teams, was testing this. So that's why they told people, bring your stuff, don't fly your stuff. Because when we're doing this, you might lose it. Now, how he didn't get into that. He said, that's all I'm saying. He didn't say how you would lose it. He just said, that's all I'm going to say, you know. So that's what they deployed throughout the state and Jersey. I don't know if other states that have these sightings going on, Massachusetts, it's happening in other places too. But as far as New York and Jersey is concerned, this is what they're deploying, the Robin radar system. So I think pretty much it's safe to assume that that's what they were doing in the tests with 8 teams in my county. Because our airport was shut down a week ago today by supposed incursions by drones near Stewart Airport. So it looks like they've deployed this pretty fast and got it here. We'll see. Like I said, that's an assumption. I have no evidence that the two are connected, but it makes sense that that's what he was talking about on this test with the rapid state, local, law enforcement, testing it with 8 teams, rapid deployment. Because these can be put on top of a vehicle. They're mobile and they're 360. So it definitely makes sense that this is what he was referring to. I'm not saying it is, but I think it's a good conclusion, hypothesis, that that's what, if you tie the two together, that that's what it is. So we'll see. But anyway, enough of that. But what somebody said last in chat, Red Star, what was that about? I can only imagine what media outlet is saying this, unless it's everywhere. That's the thing. Okay, so it's everywhere. Speculation erupts as Biden and Harris both abruptly cancel their plans and rush back to the White House. They abruptly cancel planned holiday trips and return to the White House. And of course, it says here, speculation and hearsay naturally ran rampant across social media. And the common one is an albeit currently unsubstantiated threat. So yeah, they definitely both. This is so ridiculous. See, like what people are saying. Here's just one of these threads. There are rumors that they are planning on invoking the 25th Amendment just to make Kamala president for 30 days. Oh, come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. This is what I mean. Another person, politician, Biden barely looks alive. If he's canceling his vacation and returning to the White House 4 hours past his bedtime, something is happening. People need to stop this. It's so offensive. You may not like the president and all this, but this is just deplorable when people come out with stupid statements like this about people without any information because they don't like him. The same goes to be said about the people that don't like Trump when they say things. It's so guttural. It's so low. It's like, give me a break. Stop it already. Let's all move forward together and stop this back and forth bullshit. I mean, just, if you're a Trump supporter, just write out these days. I know you're concerned about something crazy happening, but just... let's move forward. Let's think about the future instead of still on this. My God, it's still going on. That's why this country's so splintered, because the rhetoric doesn't stop. Even after we know who's going to be the president-elect, it still isn't stopping. And it's not going to stop. It needs to stop. This country, I mean, we're so vulnerable. Because our enemies know we're split. Our enemies know we're divided. This shit ain't good. They know how vulnerable we are. And if we are susceptible to falling into these gray, dark areas, it just helps them. The country needs to come together. Whether we agree or disagree with a lot of things doesn't really matter. That's always been the case forever. That's part of a democracy. But when you go to levels like this and come out with bullshit and put it out there to see if it sticks, and offensive, derogatory in nature, it's not helpful. It's just not. And a lot of people think it's funny and humorous. I think it's sadistic. People take pleasure over this. They think it's funny. It won't be funny when something really negative happens. Then it won't be funny anymore. Then what? God forbid. Do we push this to that point to where something does happen and then what? Then you know what happens. It's their fault. They're the ones that did this. No, it's your fault. You're the one. And it's going to continue because nobody's going to say, you know what? We need to chill out. Nobody's going to do that. They're just going to blame the other side no matter what anyway. It's just going to continue. So what has to happen is people in power need to be more responsible on the rhetoric they say out of their mouths to show that they're going to work together, even though, and the right thing is to say is, listen, I don't agree with their policies. I don't agree with a lot of what their opinions are, but we have to figure out a way to compromise and move the country forward. That's the way you do it. Not this nonsense. Because everybody's listening. And people are just going to continue doing what they do. Because it comes from the top. It really does. It comes from the top. They need to be responsible. Because they're the ones who started all this with their rhetoric. Both sides, equally, both sides. The attacks against Trump and all that stuff that was going on, and the attacks against Biden and all that stuff that was going on. It was almost canceling out. Almost. Not quite. So, I think we just need to chill, move forward, regardless if you're a Trump supporter or not. We have to stick together. You may not agree with his policies, but as a country, we need to be supportive of our president, who, and I'm one of those people, as an independent moderate, whoever it is, I'm going to try to support my president. I may not agree a lot with what the president is doing, and I may voice my opinion about it, but I'm going to be respectful to that seat of office. I'm not going to be one to make fun of or demoralize. And to me, that's just, I'm not going to that level. I am not stooping myself to that level because I have too much respect. But there are a lot of people that just don't give a shit and they think it's funny and they run with it. They jump on the bandwagon and ha 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 ha. I'm not one of those. I do what I want to do. I don't follow the leaders. I don't follow what others do. I do what I do. I don't do that. If other people do it, that's fine. That's up to them. But to me, the only way that this country is going to move forward in a positive, productive way and get things done, which should be interesting because the executive, the legislative, and the judicial, the court system, it's all Republican now. We should see things done, right? There's no excuses going into this next administration. The control of the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, and the presidency. No excuses. There are no excuses now. If you want to get shit passed, you can do it. You have control of every branch, major branch. Now let's see what happens. The Democrats had that opportunity back in the early 2000s. They didn't do much with it, especially on immigration. So we'll see. But this is what I mean. It's about policy. It's about laws. It's about the legislative. That's what it means. So if we're going to move together, that's what we have to do. Come together, compromise. Otherwise, this shit's not going to end. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. We have to find a way to make this better for all of us. Not just one side or the other side, for all of us. And compromise is the key word. But nobody wants to compromise. They don't even want to talk to each other. Is that good? Is that anything good moving forward for the whole country? No, it's not. Because there are people, and we know this, there are people that if you find out they're a Republican or a Democrat, you unfriend them. Families, neighbors, co-workers, etc. can't stand each other because they find out they sit on the other side of the political spectrum. It's insanity. These are people you know all your life. And you're going to stop being their friends or talk to your family members because of politics? Because it's them against us? Is that where it's at? To me, that's sad. But it is. That's the reality of it. So that's just my personal opinion. And like I said, I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens with the next administration. And I'm open to everything. Let's see what he does and what Congress does. It's as simple as that. And if people don't like the way the direction is, you change it in 4 years or 2 years in Congress. That's all. Simple. So that's just my take on this whole craziness that's going on. Because I tell you, I talk to a lot of people, they've had enough of this back and forth nonsense. They just, I mean, but I am definitely going to write President Trump like I did in the past. I'm going to wait a month and I'm going to write to the White House correspondents. Like I write to my local representatives. And trust me, by what I say pisses off both sides. Because they don't want to hear it. They're so dug in on their side. They don't even want to hear the word compromise. They don't even want to hear about talking to the other side. It's not part of their equation. They can't stand it. But that's where we're at. It's almost, I don't like to use the word, it's almost the word hate each other. Despise each other. You have so much in common with the other person. Maybe that one thing, politically, but you have so much in common with each other. But that is the one that's causing that divide. And I don't understand it. I just don't. There are people I talk to all the time. I may not agree with their opinions or their comments, but as long as they're respectful, it's okay. That's their opinion. It doesn't, as long as it doesn't get offensive, derogatory, and to a point where it's going to start to raise escalation to where it's going to become a major argument, or even worse, a physical confrontation over it. Because that's where it eventually goes. Because they're right, you're wrong. They're not listening. They're only talking. You think they're actually listening to what you have to say? Hell no. They don't care what you have to say. They're so dug in, what you say means nothing. And that's what I mean. There's no communication. We need more communication. And I'm done with my little rant. But I sit frustrated by it. It's very frustrating. What's going on in New York? Well, to be honest, and I don't want to talk about the drones anymore, but to be honest, don't know. As the honest God, the truth. Don't know. Really don't know. The lack of information. Even the state level law enforcement lack of information. It's not just the Fed. They know too. The state and local officials are in the loop too now. So nobody's talking. But meanwhile, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. But I also look at things that are going on. Like there was a mention yesterday, they mentioned it on the show last night, that there's such a large presence of National Guard on the New York City subway systems, the most it's been since 9/11. That's why. Biden and Harris rushed back to the White House last night. Why? No, it's not to invoke the 25th Amendment nonsense. That shit is out there. That is so ridiculous. That's almost as bad as they said. It's because there's a flip side. The same way the right says something about that about Kamala trying to take power for 30 days is the same way that some people were saying on the other side that Obama would never leave office after his second term. He's not going to leave office. He's going to stay in office. The same way they were saying it about Trump. Both sides do this. It's not one side. Both sides play this crazy game. But it's not good. So I don't go into these shadowy, low-level areas. But one has to wonder and speculate in a rational, logical way without jumping off a cliff and going into the rabbit hole that it is unusual right before the Christmas holiday that they're both planning their holiday trips, that they both go back to the White House. Did they go to the Situation Room? What's going on? Are they aware of something going on? We're not getting that information. That's alarming. what happened. That's one. Why the subway systems are in New York City have the most presence of National Guard since 9/11. Why? Is there a credible threat that they're not telling us? I know it's the holiday season, and you always got to worry about that. Is it because of our support to Israel in the Middle East? Because they blame us for arming them through the teeth? Is there a threat coming from the Middle East? Is it one of our other adversaries? Who knows? Anybody could speculate all day long. Like, there was speculation out there that somebody's been throwing out there, and a lot of people are talking about it. Oh, they lost a bomb. And they're sending out nuclear sniffers to find it. That was thrown out there. Alexa, stop. There's so much stuff out there. But nobody's coming out and saying what it is. But we could theorize about so many different things, but that's all it is. It's a speculation, it's opinion, based on some of the other posts that are happening, news clips, social media, what they're saying, what the chatter is. That's all it is. It's speculation too. But how far does that speculation go off the rails? You know, it depends the sources that you're going to, what you're paying attention to. If you're politically motivated, are you leaning more to the right wing extremist conspiracy theory or the left wing conspiracy theories? It depends on how far you take it. And what you want to hear. That's another thing. What people want to hear. Because that's a big part of it too. This sounds like something, it appeals to them. It's something that, like I said, it fits their whole narrative. It fits everything that they believe in, the core values, everything that they believe in. So it has to do with that too. So me, I can, like I said, all that is out there. It's all speculation. But until and even if they say this is what it was, you think half the country is going to believe what they tell us? Because half the country will say, hell no, this is a cover-up, this is deep state, they're lying, blah, 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 blah. So does it matter? At this point, does it really matter? Because nobody's going to believe if the mistake they made is they should have came out with information right away and got on this quick because they let it spun out of control. Now everybody's like, they're figuring out a way to explain this all. They're covering it up. And now this is what they're saying and nobody's going to believe it. And I'm saying that on both sides, just people on both sides aren't going to believe it. Especially the one side. Especially what's happening in like 30 days. So if you look at it in the whole picture, not just a snippet, a little pie slice of it, because a lot of people are narrow-minded and they focused on the one thing because that fits there, that appeals to them, as I mentioned. But if you look at the whole picture, and that's what I try to do. And yes, that's important though. Prepare for the worst. I always say that. Prepare for the worst. Be an optimist. But also at the same time, it's good to be prepared for the worst. That is so true. That is a very valid point. Do you really want to get caught unprepared in any circumstance? No. You're a fool if you do. You have to be prepared. That's like if there's a snowstorm coming, and like me, I have my gas, I have my snowblower primed. That would be like me not doing anything and waiting for it to happen, and it's too late. Because I did get gas this morning because they're saying we're going to get some snow, but I don't think it's going to be too much. It might be snowing right now. But, or like, if you ever seen a cartoon, like the Bugs Bunny one, there was a Looney Tunes cartoon where the squirrel that wasn't collecting the nuts and all the other squirrels were collecting nuts for the winter and they have their supply, and the other one is like now hanging out, doing things and didn't collect any nuts and now doesn't have any food for the winter. It's a crazy analogy, but it makes sense, right? got to be prepared. Excuse me, in the event. You have to. I mean, it's just common sense, right? But some of us don't, and not to, some people, they're so busy in their lives. They don't really think about it. It's like they work, they've got the kids, take them to school, whatever, come work, come home, dinner, chill for a little bit, back to sleep, to go to work. They have such a fast moving lifestyle. And it's hard for a lot of people because they're focused on just trying to live every day, and they're focused on just trying to survive. So it's difficult for some people, but it's important. Like you said, who was it that said that? Big Bear. It's very important to be prepared. Let's it's important, and I'm not gonna. It's good to have cash on hand. To me, that's important. It's always good to have cash on hand. I got a few hundred in my wallet, cash. God forbid. What happens if power goes out? In a massive way. No ATMs, nothing. Even the gas that's in my garage, I can fill my car. I have two generators. You know what I mean? You never know. It's good to have shelf items for food that have a long-lasting lifespan. Cash is not necessarily useless if you have a store that has an open register that's accepting cash. Everybody's so used to using their cards and Google Pay, all that stuff. Cash is important because it will be dependent on an exchange. The register can be open. The items can be sold. You don't need a card for that. And for things that depend on electrical, like gas and stuff, a lot of these places have backup generators. But if I'm going to a grocery store and their systems are down for card payment, you can pay cash. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the lights are out. You can still do a physical exchange of cash with an open register with cash. Now, the problem might be for them to resupply singles, fives, tens, and loose change. But there would definitely be some implementations to do that. They always tell you, it's good to have cash at hand. That's common sense, to have cash at hand. And also to have your prescriptions. Because if there's a storm, there are laws in certain states that even if your prescription is not yet to be refilled, it's not ready, for the refill, you can still get them refilled. And if there's a big storm coming, it happens here. Like right now I can call, if there was like a snowstorm and I needed my medications, they'll refill them for me. Not everybody does that though. And Big Bear says, silver coins will be accepted everywhere, even without power. But again, there are cash lanes and there are express lanes with card only. And a lot of these places will have backup generators. Now, if it's an EMP, then you're talking about something else. That's a different scale of loss of power. It depends if it's a loss of power due to a storm, natural disaster, or intentional. That's different. It depends on what we're talking about here now. Then all bets are off. So it depends on the scenario. I'll give you an example. Superstorm Sandy, like a decade ago, when it hit New York City, Jersey, Connecticut, they were out of power and out of fuel for days. We had power, we had gas, we had food, not for long. Why? I swear to you, they came up here in pickup trucks SUVs, U-Hauls, rentals to get our shit. Our food supply, our gas supply. You should have seen it. And they had to break out the National Guard. They would come with the cans of gas in the back of their trucks. So it can even be an area that's out and how it affects you in your area that doesn't have the same things going on. So there's, like I said, there's so many things, so many different types of scenarios, but it's good to prepare the best you can for any situation. Like I have a lot of canned goods with the shelf life, just in case. There's a lot of food there that just needs dry food, that just needs water. I have a well. I don't depend on city water. I have a well. Now, depending on if the power was out, it depends on how far out the power is out. If it's a regional thing, we're screwed. Because like you said, as far as power, if there's no power, hopefully there's places with generators that can do the fueling and all the other things that are needed. It depends. I have solar panels. A person that's more off the grid has a better chance than a person that depends totally on being on the grid. Do you know, wow, that's crazy. Trying to roll out shit at the last minute. That's just crazy. But at the same time, we know that's going to quickly end once Trump takes office. Because he's going to meet with Putin right away and figure out a way to probably end this war, which Ukraine is not going to be happy on the settlement of that. But I was doing the research on this. And they are definitely, and this is the problem with the United States. A lot of people in this country are so hell-bent on fossil fuels, moving to the future. Yeah, that's great for now. But moving forward, really? Really? Well, guess what? Other countries aren't waiting. They're moving ahead on this. And they're going to be the ones that are going to be the big breakthrough countries and companies that are going to be ahead of the curve, and we're going to be left behind. And this is a big one right here. Now, they're based in Brooklyn. This is where that drone came from. That big drone. But this is a big push because of there's a lot of benefits to this. Ammonia as energy. And this is where that drone came into play in Brooklyn, because it was an ammonia-based fuel system for that drone. They've already made a tractor for deer with this. They already got this going on with the cargo. They've got a truck. And if you look at the benefits of it, carbon-free fuel to sustainably driven future, this is where the future is going. And there's such a high abundance of this. Like anything else, is it cost effective? Maybe not now. But over time, we have to figure out ways to move forward. And they've got, look at this, they did a Deere tractor. It's completely fueled by ammonia. It changes it. It's founded by 4 MIT PhD alumni. They have a drone, a tractor, a semi-truck, and they're now doing a tugboat. It's funny how they use the word Kraken. To be the world's first ammonia-powered vessel. We are also renovating a manufacturing facility in Houston, Texas, where we will launch our commercialization efforts. So it's United States based. And this is really interesting stuff for technology. They even had power generators. Again, this is all new. It's kind of new technology. It's not new technology, but they've been working on this for quite some time. Industries. Transportation. Maritime. Look at this. 3% of the carbon emissions are by ships, just so you know. Distribution power. Distributed power. Transportation. I mean, they've even got a tugboat. But this is just the ships. Heavy duty transportation. Ammonia. They even got a tractor. You have to see the tractor trailer. It's unbelievable. And how it changes to hydrogen. Zero carbon emissions. The unique catalyst was we developed cracks ammonia into hydrogen for direct integration into a fuel cell. Look at this. Ammonia based. And there is an abundance of ammonia. I mean, my gosh. So that's an example of technology. Is it cost effective? That's exactly what I just said, Big Bear. Is it cost effective? So again, depending on your point of view, it depends on your point of view. I can tell you this from my own personal experience. The climate has changed in my area over the last 8 years. It's just gotten warmer. Overall, summers and winters, overall, the last 8 years. It's insane. It's insane. It's going to be 50-something degrees, they're saying, on New Year's Day. I've done this before. I've showed you temperatures here from 10 years ago to what they are now, or in the last few years. It's crazy. And it also depends on the jet stream, because I studied weather, where the jet stream is setting up, where the systems are moving from and to. A lot of the storms are now to the west of the jet stream, which puts us in the warmer sector of air for storms. So we're getting the warmer airflow instead of that being in the cold bubble when the jet goes out to our south and out to sea, where we're in that cold pocket of air like it used to be. Now the jet is bending more upward, going to our north from Canada out east. The weather patterns have changed. There's a lot involved. There's a lot. So, and I always say, it doesn't matter if you believe that carbon is the reason that temperatures are going up. Is it because it's the human factor? Is it a cyclical pattern of the planet? It doesn't matter what you believe. The point is, it's happening. And we can't ignore it. It is happening globally. Now, if a person lives in North Dakota and they're getting that jet stream coming down, it's going to continue to snow, hopefully, because that's the pattern. It's supposed to. It's almost laughable when people say, well, I live in North Dakota, it's still snowing here. It better be. But in other areas, it's gotten a lot warmer. So you have to take everything into consideration when you look at these things. It just can't be specific to one area. You got to look at the whole. Ocean temperatures, sea life, infrastructure with the extreme conditions, the size of these storms that are developing in the oceans. Now, thank God we didn't have a really bad hurricane season, but ask those people in Asia with all the typhoons that hit them. Massive in size, a few of them. Typhoons are hurricanes, but they're in the Pacific. They're typhoons. So what may not affect you directly is one thing, but when you look at the overall picture, it's a different story. So there's a lot to look at when you look at data. Not opinion, not speculation, science, data. That matters. And again, people sit on whatever side on this topic. That's fine. But I've looked at charts and weather for years. And I could bring my mother into the room. Since a very small child, and I'm talking single digits, I was always into the weather. I wanted to become a weatherman. So this is something that I take very passionately when I monitor. And there's a lot of people that watch my past streams for hurricanes and stuff like that. They say that my weather predictions are better, and I'm not saying this from an egotistical point of view, better than the national or the locals that they watch. There are people that actually come on here and say, Bill, what's going to be the weather? They used to. I don't see them hardly anymore. But like this is an example. And this is a good example. I look at the maps. And now there's a low pressure offshore. It's bringing in that colder air. It's not quite a nor'easter because there's a clipper coming down here with a system that's going to bring us a little snow tonight. But the pattern, see, that's way offshore. There's some colder air coming down from Canada. You could see it coming toward me. That's why this weekend's going to be crazy cold. Look at these temperatures, 17, 26. Colder air is being dragged down because of that low. But if we go forward in time, this is the problem that's been going on for the last few years here for me. And for people in New England, Northeast, a high pressure would develop here in the Atlantic. And what does the high pressure do here? It's clockwise. A low pressure is counterclockwise. This brings up the warmer air toward us. The jet stream comes down, and it's been dipping quite far to the south, even Texas in the last few years, and then it bends up, it goes up this way, and then it goes out. Usually, in the past, the jet would come down and then go out like this. So we would be in the colder pocket of air up here. That's not happening. Not over the last decade. It's changing. And it's not about El Nino, La Nina, because it's happening with both. So that's a bullshit thing when they say, oh, it's El Nino, it's La Nina. No, it's not. It's happening consistently with the jet stream. So these are the patterns that I look for when I look at maps. And I keep an eye on this. See, now this is interesting for next week. But this is too far out. I don't trust models after like 5 days. But see, there's even warmer air coming up through here. 46. The normal here is 36. 50 degrees. New Year's Eve. That's insane. It's just crazy. You can see the systems are going to the north again. A lot of the systems are staying up in Canada. Look at this warm air being driven up. This is January. Look at that. 53 in the city. 57. This is winter. But we're on the warm side because these systems are going to my west and then north. It brings up that warmer air. This has been the pattern for the last 10 years. And I'm still looking for that change. And I say, is this going to be the year we get hit with these snowstorms like we used to? I say that every year. This is going to be the year. This is going to be the year that we get smashed. I'm still waiting. So that's an example. But that's my region. Every other region is different depending on where you're from. But based on where my location is, and I'm at 700 above sea level. It's not like New York City. They're pretty much at sea level, just a few feet above. So it should snow. It should be snowing right now because the colder air is coming down from a clipper, an Alberta clipper they call it. But again, these are the things I look for when I do this. In real time, data, maps, statistics. I can pull up the numbers for the last 10 years. My weather here used to be in the teens and 20s in the winter. Now it's in the 40s and sometimes 50s. In the last 10 years. That's how drastic it's changed. It's crazy. So take that for what it's worth. Like right now, it doesn't look like it's snowing. Looks like it stopped. This is going to stick around for a few days because we're going to get into a cold spell. That Arctic air is coming down because it's being dragged down by that low pressure offshore. Counterclockwise, it's dragging that cold air downward toward us. Make sense? And that's what it looks like outside my house right now. We got a light dusting, but they're saying tonight that Alberta clip is going to come down and give us some snow. How much? I don't know. But it's snowing right now. You could actually see it on the screen. There's light snow going on. It's still coming down, if you could see it. And that's another thing too, Bear. Are they doing that? Or is there chemtrails? Because believe it or not, that is something that's been going on since the 40s. Seeding, cloud seeding. This is not new stuff. I mean, there have even people been in the government that have talked about it and addressed it. So yes, people think that spraying of clouds is conspiracy, it's bullshit. No, that's actually been done. And yes, it was to try to fix the ozone layer because of what was going on with the hole in the ozone layer. So that's not necessarily, ow, my foot. That's actually, people might think that's conspiratorial. It's not. So again, sometimes, yes, see, Red Star is bringing up an interesting point too. But cloud seeding is something that's been going on for a long time. It's not conspiracy. Just like what you guys are talking about. What Big Bear brought up. Cloud seeding history. 40s, like I said. Right there. At a GE research laboratory in Schenectady, New York. In the 40s. See? The first deliberate attempt at modifying weather using cloud seeding took place later in 1946. This historical event, known as the Schaefer-Langmuir experiment, involved dropping dry ice into a supercooled cloud over Mount Greylock in Massachusetts, successfully creating snowfall. So when people say, oh, that's conspiracy, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually been done since the 40s. Again, facts matter. It's not like it's, oh, those are chemtrails. How do you know they're not? Or contrails. How do you know that they're not doing it? They're not telling us, but they could be doing it. And like I said, I don't go down the crazy rabbit holes, but when you guys bring that up, it's true. There is articles, a lot of scientific studies that were done on this. So this is not something that's hypothetical, opinion based. It's been done. That's why when you said that, I remember it's been done since the 40s because I've researched that. So yes, and like, did you see the latest thing? Don't eat the brown snow. Don't touch the brown snow. So what the hell's going on that's in the air that's creating this brown snow? It actually was put out there. I don't know if you know about that. I was like, look. Here's a recent article right here. Published 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Brown snow falls over Maine town. Authorities warn people against touching or eating it. I just mentioned that. That's so bizarre. That is so bizarre. The town of Rumford witnessed a rare occurrence as, what is that? It's an alkali snow covered the landscape, and authorities have warned the residents. So it's alkaline based. Alkaline based, huh? Pose minor health risks. Oh my God. It was confirmed that a malfunction at a paper mill led to the release of spent black liquor, causing the precipitation to turn brown. The black liquor is an alkali, I knew it was alkaline, byproduct of the paper production process, according to a report. It is removed from the digesters in the process of chemically pulping wood and serves a purpose even after its evaporation. The byproduct is then burned as fuel in a recovery furnace to yield some basic chemicals useful to the paper making process. This black liquor therefore resulted in the precipitation of brown or tan colored snow, which could be potentially toxic to humans and pets. Look at that. So yeah, it's also the shit that's in the air. Remember years ago all the talk of acid rain? That's not based on, that's fact. So like Big Bear said, oh shit, let me end my live view because I don't want to kill my battery. You guys bring up great points. Very valid points. Oh my God, Red Star, I just read that. Yep. I still gotta watch that movie, Oppenheimer. I haven't even watched that. I don't have time. I need to watch that movie. So again, like I said, I'm going all over the place on different subject matters here, but it's pretty interesting when you look at all this stuff. Oh my God, my fire's going out. I gotta put wood. Ma! Do you got something on the stove? Because I smell something. Oh my God, my ham. It's the oven. Oh my God, I gotta shut my... Oh my God, my rice. My food. Wait, move. I got lucky because I had everything on low. Oh my God, I almost burned my rice and my ham. See, I got caught up. But saved. Saved. Luckily, I smelled something. I was like, my food. But I had it on so low flame. Thank God it would have burned. I would have been pissed. Oh my God. Hi, X. So yeah, I made definitely a disaster averted because that's a big ham. It's the canned ham though. It's not the spiral ham or the other types of ham. It's like the Hormel or black, I forgot, the canned hams, like the 5-pound hams that come in the can. And I still got to put pineapple on it. But, and I made my Puerto Rican rice today. Yes, my Puerto Rican rice. Let me see. Because I almost had a major accident with my phone while I was cooking today. My phone almost fell in the pot. And it was muted the whole time. But this is how I make my rice. What, Ma? The hot sauce? I don't know. So I put olive oil in that pot right there. That's called a calderon. That's a special pot to make my rice in. What? What about the avocado? I don't know. You got to feel for the softest avocado. There's 10 of them. So pick one, and whichever one feels softest when you touch it. So I put olive oil in the pot. I was having a problem trying to put my phone. Then I chop onion, which we should see going into that pot soon. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put the phone. So there you go. There's onions in the olive oil. Chopped onion. Then I put this stuff, it's called sofrito. You can buy it in the container already pre-made. That's sofrito right there, Puerto Rican sofrito. I put that in. I'm using the rest because it's almost all gone. Stir it up. Then I put olives, pitted olives with the pimiento in them. Marco, how the heck are you? So then I put the, which should be coming soon, the olives. There they go. So there's the olives. And then I let it, simmer for a little bit. That's the ham that's in the oven now.
And then you eat it like this.
Yes, Ma.
With the
Let's fast forward a little.
with the avocado
Oh, that's simmering.
and hot sauce.
I'm trying to put the camera down. The camera almost fell in the pot. It was crazy.
Oh, that would have been wonderful.
It's amazing how much weight I lost. I'm down to 170. You could see it. It's like, wow.
Did Taquito eat anything?
I don't know, Mom. Not that I did. So then I put a can. Let me go back. Because Mom has distracted me. Let me go back. I put 1 can of tomato sauce. See that? 1 can. Then I put 4 cans of water. 4 cans. Then I put 2 packs of sazon. It's cilantro and achote packets. You got to get that one. They come in different types. I put 2 packs. And then there's also a can of garbanzo. I put chickpeas in there today. I put a nice amount of garlic salt in there. A nice amount because it absorbs it. The rice absorbs it. And there's more garlic powder than salt in that. Stir it up. See the garbanzos are in there too now. Then I cover it. Put the cover on it. Come to a boil. But I also put this stuff to give it a little color. This is a sazon powder that you buy. I think I show it. Let me go back a little. It just gives it a little bit more color. that stuff, this stuff, right there. Coriander and annatto. It gives it more of a color. I know it's snowing now. I cover it, and there's the ham that's going in. I'm gonna roast potatoes with it, with the glaze. I put a little water so it doesn't burn on the bottom. And I'm gonna spread that glaze all over the ham. You gotta look for them. Check the other fridge. Remember, there's 2 refrigerators now. So then I do that and stick it in the oven while the rice is making. And then the trick of the rice is to bring it to a boil, the liquid. And this is the amount of rice. This is the tricky part, but if you do it this way, it'll always come out just right. It is definitely a measurement, you don't have to use a measurement cup. I mean, you could, but I don't cook that way. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I was muted, so I showed about the tomato sauce. I was talking about the tomato sauce and that stuff. We're gonna cover it. Tycho's lurking. Now we're getting the rice. Okay, here we go. This is very important. Mr. Spoiled. Mr. Spoiled. Okay, now watch the rice amount. I should be doing it any second. I put the phone down. I had to, which I can't. I need the free hand. I don't rinse it. I don't do that. Don't have to. You could if you want. So do you see that amount? You do that twice. It just goes over the liquid right in the center. You stir it. And do it again. So you're doing it twice. Right in the middle. Same thing. See? Stir it again. You have the perfect amount of rice in there. It looks like a lot of liquid, but that gets absorbed. Then I put it on very low flame and cover it and let it sit, and then come back every few minutes and turn it. Goes to the back on the small burner and all the way on low. And that's a wrap. And you go back every 10 minutes and you flip it, mix it, and you got a nice Spanish rice. And trust me, it is delicious. Just ask anyone who's come to the house and had it. So it's that simple. It's really not that hard. So I shut the ham off. The rice I gotta shut off in 10 minutes. So there you go. I am hungry. I can't eat. Last night I ate more than I should have. I had a bad experience last night. Because that Manjaro, you cannot force yourself to eat. So if I overeat, it's not gonna stay. Let's just say that. So it's almost like I didn't eat yet today. I can't eat. I had a cup of coffee. What is that? You can't force yourself to eat. Otherwise, you get sick physically because it slows down the digestive process, this medication. It moves slower through the system. It's like a blocker for appetite. So if you force yourself to eat and it slows everything down. That's why I'm down to 172. 170. Not 172, 170. So, like, I don't have an appetite right now. I don't want to eat. If I ate, I might get sick. That's just the way it is. But you don't drop 66 pounds, 66 pounds and look like this. It's also exercising and everything else, but that's a heck of a difference. 66 pounds in 15 months. So that's like, what, almost 5 pounds a month, average? Slow and steady. I remember when I was 200 pounds. Now I'm down to 170. I can't wait in another week to weigh myself to see the 60s appear. And that's what I want to see next. Let's see the 60s show up on the scale. And then hopefully the 50s, because I want to go down to 150. Then I'm stopping. I'll still exercise, but bye-bye. Now today's a treat. I'm eating that, but I can't eat that till later tonight because I'll get sick. Because I only eat one meal pretty much now a day. So it's like that now. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to show. And I did this for 30 seconds last night on a little test to make sure everything was working. It's going to happen by tomorrow. Because it will. I don't know if it's going to tie into my history. Yes, it is. See, I used the Quest 3 on the Quest 3 on the YouTube app, because on the Quest 3 you can actually go to your YouTube channel when you're on it, because I tied it in. I just got it yesterday. I'm still working on streaming live with it here. I'm waiting for a cable to come today. But I did this yesterday for 30 seconds only. Only 30 seconds. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. Because I'm going to do the exercise bike inside, wearing the VR goggles as if I was riding a bike outdoors. Even though I'm still going to ride outside. Mom is going in and out of the house. I was doing this last night for only, like I said, 30 seconds. Now, it's not going to make sense when you look at it. This is in Hawaii, a cycling exercise bike 360. And while I'm doing this, now remember, it doesn't look exactly right on here. Now, I'm doing this in real time on the goggles. I can look sideways, I can look up, I can see the handlebars on the bike down, because this is what it's made for. It's made for the goggles. I was freaking flipping out. It is so awesome. And whoever said that it's poor quality, that it doesn't look good, is bullshit, because it looked great on the goggles. Absolutely stunning. It's not going to look good on a 2D video. But as you see that video playing on the Quest 3, when I'm wearing it, I can look sideways. I could see the handlebars down below. I can look at the sky. It is outrageous. Because when the weather is just too cold out there, like it's going to be 21 degrees on Sunday. I'm not going bike riding in 21-degree weather. That's just a little extreme.
Come on, Tycho. Come on, eat.
So,
Here,
did you Red Star?
go ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
cool. So,
Ah,
I'm going to sit on that exercise bike, wear the VR goggles, with my earbuds on, like if I was riding my bike like I always do, and I'm going to do that. And there's so many of these type of
where's the
videos
water?
that worldwide that you can do. It's going to be awesome just to do that. And ride the exercise bike looking at that while I'm pedaling, like if I was actually there. Now it's all mental. You have to make that picture in your mind that, you know, it's a lot better than watching a screen on a TV in a boring setting, to me. Riding a bike, exercise bike, or just listening to music in the ethers. And
Here, Tycho.
what's up, Nicholas? So
Here's your water.
now I'm waiting, like I said, for the cable because I'm going to do live streams. I'm going to do live streams with the VR. I've already done research how to do it. I've already got the app ready to go to do it. Stream to multiple platforms. I'm prepared. And you got to download this on a desktop. It doesn't like Apple, by the way. That. So this is going to be really interesting because I didn't tie it in. I stopped the process because I had to wait for this special cable to come today. It's coming today, unless the snow stops them from delivering it. But I can access everything and use this as a cast to stream what I'm doing on the goggles with this app. This is going to be insane to do it. But I need to tie it. Now, you can do it wireless, but every video that I've watched so far says don't do it wireless. Do it wired. It's a faster connection. It's a more solid, superior quality. So I ordered a 16-foot cable to go from the headset to the USB on the computer. That should be tested tomorrow. So I can upload my videos on the bike and do it, my own videos. I didn't buy it for the games, even though it came with the Batman Arkham game. Then Meta was nice enough to give me a $15 credit to purchase whatever I want to, because I had a complaint, but Meta gave me that at least. Let me look at the app right here. You have to download the Meta Horizons. I don't know if I'm signed in. Okay. Games. Where's my stuff? Quest. It is my Quest. Select your device type for the most relevant experience. I have to finish this setup. That has to be on. Okay. That's the store. See, I can put it on the screen, but I gotta be careful for information. See, over here, I purchased YouTube. See, YouTube is purchased. So I can tie my YouTube channel to this on the Meta, the Quest 3. This is gonna be outrageous. This was worth paying for. Because I already did some preliminary quick tests. And I'll explore it more as I learn more about it. This is going to definitely become something that I'm going to find useful when I'm bike riding, because that's what I'm using it for. I'm not using it for the gaming and all that other stuff. You could watch music videos, concerts. It's like crazy, like if you were there. I can tie my my earbuds, I mean, to it. It has a nice sound. It does have a nice sound setting to it, but what's going on in here? What? Oh, that's old. Oh my God, I almost got nervous. By the way, Marco, if you're there, Pat Daniels passed away last week. Host of Fringe Radio. Cancer. His wife, I spoke to his wife last night. Oh my God. That was not an easy call, I could tell you that. Horrible. He was a close friend. My neighbor's dying next door. I seen her yesterday with Mom. She may not make it to Christmas. A lot of sad stuff going on around. Horrible. I'm trying to get to my channel. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this damn thing. It might make more sense once I'm on. Okay, app library, there's mine. MetaQuest 3. See, it says cast. It's not connected. Obviously, I don't have it on. It shows my apps. So this is the game. This is the game Arkham Shadow that comes with the Quest 3. Right there. It's already installed. That's going to be weird to play a game. This is going to be a new experience for me. Yeah, dude, I can't tell you. I had a lot of questions doing this. And trust me, a lot of questions. I did a lot of research on it. So I wanted to make sure before I spend money like that, it's going to work. And it's going to work. I just don't understand why I can't see my Meta Horizons page. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use this thing. Oh, there it is. Now it shows up. That's my avatar for now. It's a little weird. I put a leather jacket on it. That's my avatar. But gallery, library, devices. It's disconnected. We know that it's not on. Gallery, nothing yet. Library. That's what we just seen. Now I'm at the main page. You could do you could do all kinds of stuff with this stuff. Subscriptions, preferences. There's a lot of stuff in here. But, like I said, I'm looking for the cable. I'm waiting for the cable to come. But then, because a lot of people are complaining about the battery life on it, so I had to order an accessory for it, which is this. Yeah, it's coming Monday. Okay, I don't want to put none of my information on the screen. This thing. This adds a lot of extra battery life. That. This thing right here. I can't go to the top because then it shows. So it just boosts everything. And it's a much better headset connection, more comfortable than the one that it comes with. So this is going to be in 7 to 8 hours playtime because of the batteries. And it's much more comfortable. Matter of fact, I want to see the video. Much more comfortable. So that's taking it to a better level as far as when you buy this, it's worth getting that accessory because first of all, it's going to provide more battery life. Secondly, it's going to make it much more comfortable to wear. So that was a no-brainer because in the research I did, everybody said you need to get that. Oh, thank you, X. Is it? You like it, Nicholas? The Quest 2? Now, the Quest 2 has different lenses. The Quest 3 is definitely superior to those lenses because they have a Quest 3S out. It has the same lenses as the Quest 2, but it's cheaper by $200 than the Quest 3. So it's like the Quest 3 Lite, call it. Call it like the Quest 3 Lite. It's like a light version. It's a cheaper version of the Quest 3. I bought it. You don't know what I went through. I bought it and I returned it back to Meta because I looked at the reviews and they said, don't do it. Get the Quest 3. Get the Quest 3. Spend the extra. First of all, you'll have 512 gig because the Quest 3S is 256 gig, but it's $100 less than the Quest 3. The Quest 3, you're getting 512 and it's a superior design. Why would you get the Quest S3S? Doesn't make sense. So when I did the reviews, 2 hours later, I canceled it and I sent it back already because they had already shipped it. I already shipped it back 2 days ago. So I made a mistake by ordering the Quest 3S until I did the research and I said, oh my God, what did I do? Then I was in communication with Meta in a chat and they helped me. I have to say, I was not happy because I ordered it and 2 hours later I'm trying to cancel and they said, we can't cancel your order. It's already been captured. I'm like, what the hell is that? What does capture mean? It hasn't been shipped yet. You can't just cancel the order? No, we can't do that. You're going to have to wait till now it comes to you, then send it back and we'll refund you within 7 days. I was like, I've never dealt with that before. If something hasn't been shipped yet, why can't you cancel? That shit don't make no sense. So, with all that little, I went through that hassle. They gave me $15 credit for the Horizon store. So that was pretty cool. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I said the same thing. You know how much stuff I order and I've never had a problem like that? Canceling something before it was shipped and be refunded? Even if it takes a few days for it to appear on your side? You can't cancel something 2 hours after I just ordered it and it hasn't been shipped yet? I found that very, very bizarre myself. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. I can understand if something's been shipped. It's too late. Then when you get it, you send it back and they'll refund it. That makes sense. But something that hasn't been shipped, that doesn't make sense to me. So I bitched. I did complain. And they were very nice, actually. And one thing about the Meta chat, like for the store, it's 24/7. You get a representative like this in their chat. They use WhatsApp to do it. I don't know if you ever experienced that, Nicholas, being one of those people that have it. But they're quick. They're fast. Business is business as far as that's concerned. But I said, this is a bad business model. By not being able to refund somebody before being shipped, that is not a good business model. Not all. Probably figured people won't want to go through the hassle of shipping it back. You're probably right. But see, I asked them, can you send me a shipping label? You know, not send me, but email me the shipping label. They did. I didn't pay a penny. They sent me the label, 2 labels. One is a warning label that it has battery lithium, goes on the outside of the box, and the other one is the actual shipping label. No problem. I sent it out. As soon as I got it, I removed the label, put the new one on, brought it to FedEx. Bye-bye. So they should receive it. I got the tracking number. They should receive it today or tomorrow. So I'm always on top of stuff like that. I mean, of course, there's money involved. You should be. Let me get rid of that. But I am planning to definitely live stream with the Quest 3. I'm curious how that's gonna even look. It's just this. I would be doing it now if I had the cable, but it's probably not gonna come till later. But with the snow falling, are you getting snow, X? There's a clipper coming down from Canada. Are you getting any snow? Not the lake effect. We're supposed to get, it's snowing now very lightly, but we might get a little snow tonight, maybe a couple inches. Then the temperature is gonna bottom out, but then it's gonna warm up. It's gonna be 52 degrees for New Year's. That's sick. Again, same thing. 52. It's supposed to be like 35, 36. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. 52 degrees on New Year's wintertime? January's our coldest month? You got an inch or two? That's probably what we're going to get. Oh shit, my fire. Oh shit, my rice. I got to shut the stove. Hey, Ma, the food is ready if you want to eat. You heard me? You already ate? You ate the ham too? No. Oh my God. That's good though. Damn, what did I do with that? All right, hold on. I'm missing something here. Huh? I'm live. Anyway, Mom already ate. You must be lagging, Big Bear, because I talked about that thing. You might want to refresh Rumble. It seems like you're a little behind catching up on the comments. Just saying. And look, this goes, I don't know if Red Star's still there. Very, very interesting point you brought up. Just saying. Everybody does usually. Oh, what the heck is that? What? Oh shit, delivery. This is a big one. This is very important. Oh my god, they better have not messed it up. Where is it? See, this is what I worry with. Freaking FedEx, man. This is a very expensive package. Not very expensive, but expensive. Where did they leave it? Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. It shows delivered here, but where is it? Fuck. What is that? Where is that? It's neither. I gotta go out. It's definitely my house because I see my cobblestone pattern. This one is not getting opened. I will open it because I got to see what number I got. This is a bat. This is a bat. I own one of them already. Aaron Judge MVP bat. I already own one. There's only 99 of them. In chrome. I have it up on the wall right now. This is the MVP for this year. It's only 99. I don't know what number I got. But this is it. And it's staying in the box. I'm not putting this up. It's going in my room with the other ones that are in boxes. Okay, good. They sent the gloves. You do not touch this shit with your hands. Oils. This is a collector. So it's his second MVP bat. I have both. I have signed balls, 62 home run, everything. This is like a sock. We don't have to do that. This is not cheap. Not at all. Alexa, brighten living room light. So.
Okay.
Unanimous MVP. It's only there's 100 of these. I can't see the number though. Alexa, brighten living room light.
Okay.
Wow. I think I got number 3 out of 100. Or is that a 5? I can't see without my glasses. Oh no, it's not. It's a 6. I got 6 out of 100. I think it's a 6. I can't see without my glasses. I don't want to scratch it. I need my glasses. It's only 100 of these. my guy calls me and says, Bill, this is available. Grab it if you want it. I want it. It is number 6. Still, the lower the number, the better. But that's it. It's a chrome bat. I have his other MVP bat. I have his 62 home run bat with a signed autograph ball. 2 of those. There's only 99. I have 2 sets. And if he breaks the record, then I'll have to get that bat. If anybody else breaks the record, then I'm screwed. It's as simple as that. That's the risk you take when you do collections. Alexa, dim living room light 75%.
Okay.
So I have 2 of these. One is on the wall over there. It's in a case. So now I'm leaving this in the box. I have 2 of the 62 home run ones with the balls signed. That's one of them is in a case. The other one's still in the box, unopened. And it comes with a beautiful brown case. That cost me. But let me put this away. All right, that's done. Now, why is that significant, you might ask, as a collector? Let me put wood in the fire. I also have his other bat, but this is a cheap one. Now, when I say cheap, it ain't that cheap. It's not that cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than that. If Aaron Judge, he's the captain, like Jeter was. I have Jeter's stuff too. Hall of Fame bat, signed ball, all that. But if he's inducted in the Hall of Fame after his career, all this memorabilia gets more value. A lot depends on that. If he's inducted in the Hall of Fame, all this stuff that I'm collecting with Aaron Judge is going to increase. It's a risk. See, like this is his first, the youngest to 300 home runs, or no, not the youngest, the fastest player to ever get to 300 home runs. This is his other bat. This is not an expensive bat. It was $100. But still, it's part of the collection. Everything matters. And it's a nice, it's a real bat. It's a wood bat. This is a real, authentic bat. It's not like, I could actually go and play baseball with this. I could actually go out and hit a hard ball with this. Not that I would. But I gotta put that one away. Now, the money one in the house. Yeah, the money one in the house. Alexa, brighten living room light 50%. It's on that wall.
Okay.
It's not even the bats and balls. That's some of the other stuff. It's that jersey. It's that jersey right there. See that jersey? That jersey, there's only 27 of them. Alexa, dim living room light, 50%. It's only 27 of them. It's dedicated to the core four. They won 5 championships, 5 World Series together. Jeter, Mariano Rivera, Andy Pettitte, Jorge Posada. On the back of the jersey is all the accolades, everything that they achieved together. And they all signed the number. In the middle is Jeter. Mariano signed it. Andy Pettitte signed it. Jorge Posada signed it. So it's their authentic autographs on that jersey. It's only 27 of them. And it's a real jersey. That's the money right there. That is the money. And it's number 2, Jeter. And he signed, it's his number 2. He signed right in the middle. But you have 2 Hall of Famers on there, Mariano Rivera and Jeter. So that jersey's money. There's only 27 of them. I don't know what number I've got out of the 27, but that's an example. So, these things, and you might say, to a Yankees fan, that's big. And you got to remember, the Yankees are the most storied franchise in all sports. The Montreal Canadiens are second with championships. I believe it's the Canadiens. Yankees are number 1 with their history. I think the Canadiens are number 2. I gotta look that up. I'm pretty sure. I think the Celtics are up there. Let's look. Oh, well, they in football, Brady, that speaks for itself. So the Yankees have 27 World Series titles in baseball. The Canadiens, I knew it, 25. 25! 25 Stanley Cups. My gosh. That is incredible. The Lakers, 17. I knew it. The Celtics, 17. I said it. Then the Maple Leafs with 13. It's not even close now. Red Wings, 11. Cardinals, that's a surprise. I didn't know that. 11 championships. I thought it would have been like the Dodgers. Major Boston Red Sox, 9 World Series titles. Yeah, but most of that happened before 1918. That's not more recent. The A's had their stretches, yep. 70s, I remember that. The Giants, 8. Then the Dodgers, only 7? Wow. The Bulls, the Patriots have to be here. But it's not even close. There they are, the Patriots. I think, what is it, the Steelers, maybe the Cowboys? Yep, there's the Steelers. 6. So, yeah, the 49ers. I forgot about the 49ers. Cowboys, yep. So, but on the top of the list, it's going to take a long time before anybody gets close to these two. As far as overall championships, it's going to take a long time. Yankees have 27. The Canadiens have 25. And then it doesn't get close. They're in the 20s. Everybody else is in the teens. So, why I mention that is, as a Yankees fan, globally, this has value. There's so many. And they're nuts. like I am. So it's also the history of the franchise. It's not just like how they've done in the last 10, 20 years. It's the storied history of the franchise. That's important. So that's part of it. Okay, what's going on here? Oh my God, I remember that. Batteries not included. I remember that movie with the little UFO-looking, alien-looking things. Oh my God. That's an old flick. I saw that when I was like a teenager. If that's even what you're referring to. Have an answer to the drones and orbs. Batteries not included. I remember that. I only seen it once. So it's vague. But I think I remember those little, in that movie, they were little. You know what movie I really loved? Starman. Carpenter made a lot of interesting movies. Because that's a John Carpenter film. But it was not an expensive budget, but it was good. The story was good. It was a good movie. I thought it was. Starman. Once in a while, I like to watch that movie. I really love the remake of The Thing, the Carpenter version. I really like that movie. But, now that you made me think of that, you triggered me with the movies. Not that there's much out there now. I don't even know what I'm watching now. I was starting to watch something on Netflix, but I got to get back into the Prime because I got to still finish Reacher. Reacher's pretty good. I like Reacher on Prime. I saw season 1. Season 3 is coming out next year. I'm still on season 2. I like Reacher. There's not much I watch. So I'm very selective when it comes to stuff like that. It triggered me. It's on top sellers list movie when it was released back in '83. Wow. That's interesting. It's like, if I was to show, it's so sickening, Hollywood, the state of Hollywood. And the movies. Now. It's such a joke. Sequel number 50,000. Remake number 25,000. It's like no originality. It's just ridiculous. And then they try to integrate across the board characters, like representing certain things. I'm like, my God. Just make the movie. The worst movie I seen was the other night. I couldn't believe it. I fast forwarded during the musical scenes. Joker, the sequel to the Joker. What a disgrace. What a disgrace compared to the original Joker movie, which was intense. This Joker movie was, Warner Brothers screwed it up again. Whoever gave the green light for that movie should be fired. It was that bad. It was bad. The only time you've seen him as the Joker, pretty much, is in these musical sequences, which was a fantasy. I don't usually give out spoilers, but this movie's so bad, don't waste your time. It looked like if it was a movie made for Lady Gaga. It was like ridiculous. An abomination. It really was an abomination of a movie. A disgrace. Absolutely. Compared to what the first one was, they should never have made this one. Just my opinion. What? What is Dolan talking about?
So there was apparently a Roswell.
Darcy with. I gotta call Darcy right now. He's awesome. I like Darcy a lot. He's in Canada. I shouldn't even say that.
The Magic Jack.
Who called me back? Oh, I gotta call him. I gotta call Robert Salas. I really love him and his wife. He needs to testify at a hearing. He's going. He's going to. Watch. Mark my words. Uh-oh.
This is Robert Salas. I can't.
I don't want his number to come up. I'm gonna call Dolan. Everybody's going to voicemail today. Fuck. I'll text him. I don't want to bother him. He might be doing a session or something. He's coming out with a new book. Stanley is going to be on tonight with the Bishop, the Paranormal Ranger. Can't, oh my God, it's 2:30 already? My gosh. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. That's not too bad for me, actually. But now, the next few streams may not be on YouTube, may not be on Facebook, because it's time to get into my Christmas mood with some Christmas music. I have to get into that mode now. I got to make sure all my lights are on tonight. It's Chris. You know how I am with Christmas. Well, some of you do. X knows. Kathy knows. I'm going into Christmas. I'm going into Christmas mode. Heck yes. Not for nothing, the Amazon is a big part of the global situation. You'd be surprised how much that Amazon is important. And they just keep depleting that Amazon more and more. Now, as far as us putting money to save it, is that really us to be doing? Or it is Dolan? That was Dolan. He sent me a message back. I just wish them a happy holidays to him and Tracy. But like I said, he's coming out with a new book soon. It's going to be on, I think it's out there already, USOs. I believe that's what the topic is. USOs. I hope I'm not putting something out there that is not aware yet. Shit. Hey, see, that's why I gotta be careful when I open up my big mouth. This is why I have to be so careful what I say. It doesn't matter. His next book's going to be on USOs. How's that? I'll put it out there. If he hasn't already. Oh my God. I didn't sign no NDA. No. No. But still, you don't want to tell other people's business without them knowing that you're saying it. It's not right. Because did he mention it? He might have. What I should do is look it up and see if it's public domain. Oh, well, he posted something last year about it. On his membership area, he said a year ago that he was going to get back on working on his book about USOs, getting that project done. Okay, so he mentioned it on his membership page. So no, I didn't let the cat out of the bag. Corey, he made up the second he told you. So it's no big deal. No, it's already public. It's good. He talked about it already. But it's coming out. Matter of fact, let me see. I could call somebody who's helping him directly with the book. Oh, God. Today's like the day nobody wants to pick up their phones. Maybe people doing last-minute Christmas shopping.
You have reason.
I'm striking out all over across the board here. I want to see what's going on outside. Hold on, I gotta mute.
You can look for snow, with temperatures around 28 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's definitely gonna snow at 28. Alexa, what's the weather for tonight?
Overnight, you can look for snow, with temperatures around 28 degrees Fahrenheit.
That didn't say snow showers. It says snow. That concerns me. How much? It doesn't look like it's doing much right now outside because the visibility is just too good. Yeah, it looks like not much going on. Not right now. That's good. Do I play what? What do I play? Games? Guitar? Drums? What? What are we talking about? No. Never tried it. Now I understand I didn't get the acronym WOW. Now I get it. I did do something for the cats today. Well, one side. Because I want to make sure their stuff is off the ground. Oh shit, why is this camera not working? Alright, let's take that off the screen. Why is that camera not working? I charged that battery. Oh yeah, no. Main door. Front door. Oh, it's working. So today, the other one's already raised, but I put a pallet underneath one of the cat houses. So it's off the ground right there. See that wood pallet? The other one's already off the ground. But I had to put a pallet so that this is off the ground for the cats. Those are heated houses. So I don't want the rain, or there was something under there before, but it was not good enough. So I put a new pallet under there for the cats to keep it off the ground. But those are heated. I put my hand in both of them today and they're warm. They're nice and toasty for them. Those are for the feral cats. Even the cats have it made. If you ever play it, look me on the... Okay. I have so many games, Red Star, that I need to start finishing them. It's kind of scary. It has to stop, actually. Okay, what was I going to check? Amazon. Let's see where this package is. I want that cable today. $4 to $7. At least it says that. It's out. Delivery 4 to 7, which is bullshit because that'll be updated and they're going to push the time back. That's what happened the other night. So full of it. Yeah, right? Games aren't meant to be finished just to make more money. And all the add-ons and all that stuff, it's sick. It's sick how much money it is to buy a game. And then the add-ons. They get you with the add-ons. That's how they get you. It's bad enough that you got to buy the game for the price they ask for. And then to buy all the add-ons, it's ridiculous. It's definitely a money-making scheme. For real. I mean, after you finish... I mean, I can go on, show a game now. I bet you it's insane. Like, what game was it? The one I bought. And I haven't even played it. It's another example. It's so sick. Outlaws. Star Wars. Outlaws. I own it. I haven't even really played it. It's so... And it's crazy. It really is nuts. And I have other games waiting in the background to play. But I can't even do it yet because I got to finish the ones I'm playing. It's out of control. It's out of control. 243 games. But if we do the filter, how many did I buy? We don't want to do that. No, bullshit. I know there's a filter to do it. I just can't figure it out right now. It's supposed to tell me how many I actually bought. Look how many updates are waiting. 55. That's sick. I have 243 games. I'm not going to go crazy. But there's so many games here. The problem is my storage. The internals packed. The externals, this one's almost full. 8 terabytes full of games. That's sick. This is a 14 terabyte and it's got 3 in it. They just take up so much space. It's insane. It really is insane. I even got the Thing game, but it's annoying me, this Thing game. Because it's a cheesy old game. But I love the movie. So I'm trying to play it. This is like the big thing, this Indiana Jones. I haven't even played that. The Avatar, I cannot play it. I like the way the graphics look. Everybody's telling me it sucks. But I have to experience it for myself. And punish myself. Same thing goes with this one, Darksiders. I haven't even played them yet. I can't play Avatar because it's external. It's an X game. So I need to transfer it to the internal, but I can't do that because I have no space until I finish Dragon Age. It's crazy. It does slow it down. So it's just batshit nuts. It really is. I haven't even played Call of Duty 6 yet. Let me shut this down. I haven't even played Call of Duty 6. It's crazy. They went off. Console's off. The campaign is only 8 minutes long. I hear the zombies is good. Everybody's telling me about the zombies, though. That's what everybody's saying. You gotta play the zombies. When I have time. Like, I gotta do shows soon. As a matter of fact, I gotta check the station. That would help. That's right on time. I need another ad for the... I'm good till 7. I'm gonna go live. So in 4 hours, I gotta work for 4 hours. And I still have to eat. My fire's going. Everything's good. Oh, let me check the weather. That's what I was gonna do. The radar. Let's see how much snow is on this radar. Because she didn't say snow showers, or it didn't say snow showers. It said snow. There's a difference between snow showers and snow, or light snow. It doesn't look like too much. Doesn't look like there's any heavier. But the point is that system gonna wrap around and create more snow? That low pressure offshore, that's the key. If it hugs closer to shore, we get that more of that wraparound. See, it's rain offshore, but this colder air is inland. But this is not organized. Are they expecting it to fill in overnight? It's possible. It's moving offshore. It's not much snow there. Oh, it's starting to fill in a little bit. Nah, not quite. So that does not impress me. Let me check windy. That's the system right now. But it's moving out. If this thing was closer to shore and moving up like this, we would have got a snowstorm. It's that close. But it's not. Okay, let's put this in perspective. Let's see what they're forecasting here right now. That's up to right now. Not much. Now let's look at the future model. I gotta zoom in a little bit. See, it's light snow. It's not anything significant. I don't see us getting much at all. Maybe an inch out of this. So yeah, I don't see much happening with this. Most of the energy is offshore. So no, it shouldn't be that bad. Maybe an inch. The problem is it's going to be cold for the next few days. Like 21 the high, 4 degrees at night on Sunday.
Next 7 days. Friday, 32 degrees Fahrenheit and snowy rainy weather. Saturday, 31 degrees and some sun and snow flurries. Sunday, 24 degrees and cold temperatures. Monday, 27 degrees and partly sunny weather.
Cold.
Tuesday, 37 degrees and snow flurries. Wednesday, 36 degrees and intermittent clouds.
That's normal.
Thursday, 39 degrees and lots of sun.
Not too bad. 30s is normal for this year, for this time of year. 30s, mid-30s. So, nothing crazy. Snow flurries on Tuesday. Could that turn into like more significant snow for Christmas Eve? Could it be a white Christmas? I don't think so. But whatever snow falls now is staying on the ground because it's going to get really cold for the next few days. So technically, there'll be snow on the ground. Maybe it'll only be an inch, but you'll still see some snow. Oh my God. Anyway, I think it's time for me to take a freaking break so I have energy for tonight. Eat, relax for a little while before work. And then I'm definitely going to be back later after 11 Eastern. But tonight I might just chill out, listen to some music, relax. I don't think, I'm not going to do that. I don't have time. Tomorrow I'll test the VR live stream. See, it's charged. I'm a little tired because I've been busy all morning. I am so close to getting on that exercise bike and trying that VR on the bike just to see. I'll do it tomorrow probably. Anyway, Bear, if you're still there, Red Star, anybody else who may be watching, have a great rest of your day, weekend. Enjoy the holiday. Happy New Year. But I'll be back later. I'm going to go eat because I am now a little hungry. So I'll see everybody later on today. Peace out. Till then, live long and prosper.